Confirmed, Saitama is a boring character because he never loses. Well, yeah, that's the shtick. That's the whole shtick of One Punch Man. Saitama himself is bored because he never loses. The whole idea behind One Punch Man is, what if there was a superhero that was so powerful that there was nothing that could feasibly challenge him? What does that mean? The reason why the manga and the anime is interesting is because it doesn't just follow Saitama, it asks, what are the repercussions for the world when one of those superheroes exists? So we follow other characters, we follow other heroes, we follow villains, we get to see how the government is impacted. If the anime only ever focused on Saitama, it would be boring, but that's why it doesn't. That's why it spends so much time outside of Saitama focusing on other characters. Saitama has to be boring to make the story work. He's written to be boring. I mean, one of the original gags was about how he was upset that he missed a sale at the grocery store. That's the most boring shit ever. He's boring and the story is aware that he's boring, and it's written around that. And you can write interesting stories about boring characters. One Punch Man is an amazing story, but it's not interesting because Saitama is interesting. It's interesting because the world building and the characters around him are interesting. Saitama is almost a piece of the setting, which, riffs on characters like Superman, but more specifically riffs on characters like Goku, who really doesn't grow or change or have an arc. He is more a part of the setting, and everything that happens around him is where the story lies. Dragon Ball isn't interesting because Goku is deep and interesting. He's very simple. He wants to get more powerful and fight more powerful things. But the ramifications of that character being in a world is what makes Dragon Ball interesting. Similar to the ramifications of Saitama being in the One Punch Man world is what makes the story of One Punch Man interesting.